What's up? How's everyone doing? Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, so that means it's hackathon night. I see y'all in the chat. Thank you for tuning in. Sierra, I see you. Fire intro. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Some of you guys might have recognized that crossfader there and some of those. Oh yeah, Mashup Mike, you saw it. Ragoza. Hey Spy, good to see you. Booney, I saw someone was in here. Hang on. Mr. Good News was delivering good news. It's Booney's birthday. Booney, welcome in. Good to see all of you. Hey, you might know me, you might not. I am not Aaron. I'm a little shorter. My name is Jim, and I am happy to be here. We are talking about something tonight that I think is very relevant to many people, and I hope you guys came to talk about some emergency crates, some emergency songs that you pull out when the dance floor has died. So I'm looking forward to hearing your guys' recommendations as well as talking with our special guests. That's right, I do have some special guests because it would not be a hackathon without some special guests. So I'm going to bring on the one, the only, my friend, actually part of a family, because really that's what we are. Crate Hackers are family. Welcome in, Jack Christian. Good to see you.
What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? How are you, sir?
I am exhausted, but boy, I am happy to be here.
Heck yeah. Well, I'm excited. Thanks for having me on as always.
Yeah, it's good to see you. It's always good to see you. But this topic that we brought up here, the emergency crates or having the emergency songs, is that something that stands out to you? Is that something you could use? Have you had to use emergency songs before to get a dance floor back?
Of course. I mean, as you guys know, I play an awful lot of requests. So some of them work, some of them don't work. And sometimes, as DJs, we take risks out there on the dance floor and they don't always work. But having the right game plan or the right songs that you can fall back on to recover is key in my mind.
Yes, no, absolutely. So would you say that you have some of those kind of just in the back pocket that you pull out every once in a while? Is that the...
I do, and I actually have them split in 3 different categories, just depending on the vibe, on the room, on the event itself. So I kind of split it up between.
Wait. Don't say it yet. We're gonna have to wait for that. That's gonna be awesome. I'm really excited to get into that. Someone said it's my favorite mustache in the game. Look at that. It's my favorite mustache in the game. Oh, Nate Acosta. Of course, it's Nate Acosta.
Yeah, I love Nate.
Yes, Nate, good to see you.
What's
good
up,
to see all. Welcome in. Usually we do something like we say, drop your, area code in, or your, the temperature, or, the state you're at, and just to see where everyone's checking in from. What if we did something completely different today? What if I said, those of you who wear a fitness tracker, drop your step count from today? And how's that? Is that weird enough? Jack, do you have a step count? Are you wearing that?
I do not. I don't even wear an Apple Watch, so I got no idea.
Yeah, no one took any steps today. That's all right. All right. Well, we also have some other guests on. I reached out to because I knew I would be. I have a desk job. Hey, I have a desk job too, but I walked a lot today. There we go. There's some numbers. So we got less than 100. Man, okay, there we go.
71,000 DJ Spy, dude.
Jeez, is that 71? Line break, and then 8. I don't know. Let's.
It's either 71,000 or 71 in the morning and 8 in the afternoon.
Yes. And look at that. Yeah, there's.
What's up, Jared?
Jeez, man, you guys are crushing me. So that's Garmin says 30. Man, yeah, you guys. Good job. We got a lot. All right. Well, as we get into things, I also want to bring on a couple other friends. And again, as in Crate Hackers, we're not just friends, we're family. I've met so many awesome people through Crate Hackers. So I decided to put the call out there to a few of basically your fellow hackers and bring them on to talk about this topic as well. So first, mean, shoot, this guy has been around for, man, almost as long as I have, maybe longer even. Uh, some of you know him. Actually, you all know him. We all know him. You all love him. Welvin!
What's going on, everybody? It's a pleasure to be here. It's an honor to be here. Thank you, Jem, for being here. And Jack,
Yes,
it's a legend in my book as always. So it's an honor to share the stage with you.
I
Yes, well,
appreciate
thank
it,
you.
man.
Thank you, Welvin. So is this a topic that's near and dear to your heart as well? Something that, you know, how do you get back the floor? Have you had to do that before?
Oh, many a times, many a times. I feel at night there's waves within, so it's almost like you have to try to catch them at times to try to bring them back. So I do always have some songs in mind, and obviously it really depends on the crowd that's out there, what they're really vibing to. So it's a little bit similar to what Jack's saying. It really depends on what the crowd is, what they're vibing to, and then that's when I try to pick a song that'll bring them back. Plus, it could be a rotation as well. You're just trying to maybe, I'm always just trying to play music for everybody that's in the room. So if there could be different crowds in there, so I'm always just trying to cater to each one. So that's how I kind of keep it rolling. So.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. It's always nice to have I'm really looking forward to hearing your Jack's breakdown of his different areas, and we'll get closer to that because I want to get there. Before we do, though, I do have one more special guest to introduce, and there's an interesting story behind this one. And Jack, you actually were a part of this story too. I just found out. So I just learned that Jack, you and this individual were chatting not too long ago, and you asked him about his goals for this year.
That's right.
And he's what was one of his goals that he gave you for this year? Do you remember?
This wasn't one of his goals. This was
the goal.
Goal for 2026. So when I was at the Pittsburgh DJ Summit, I interviewed a few DJs. And one of the things I really like to do, I'm quite a self-motivating person. I set goals, whether it's for the year, whether it's for the month, or the week, and things that I want to achieve. So I always find it interesting at the start of the year to ask DJs, hey, what is your goal for this year? What are you setting out to achieve? And how are you going to achieve it? And I sat down with this particular interview because I know you've not said his name yet. And I asked him, and he said, there's one thing that I really want to do in 2026, and that is to be on Crate Hackers.
Isn't that crazy? He wanted to be on a hackathon. So what kind of surprise it was when I reached out of the blue and I said, hey, do you want to come on the hackathon tonight? And here he is, Mr. Matt Savage. Give it up. Super excited to have you here.
Let's go, baby.
It's true. The story is completely true.
Check it off the calendar. You did it, baby.
Yeah, I am like Make-A-Wish right now. This is great.
Yeah, it's not the first time Matt's been referred to as a Make-A-Wish kid. I love you, brother. I love you.
Gotta be savage, right? Gotta be savage. I almost wondered if you put the backwards hat on just for a little homage.
It's in my closet. I have your hat in my closet. I should have put it on.
You should have.
Awesome.
It's okay. Later on.
Yeah, man, I'm so happy you're here.
Yeah, Matt, great to have you on. And this is, I mean, we got a great lineup here on the screen, and I'm so excited to jump into this topic. And everyone, all of you in the chat, it's good to see you. I see a Mr. Glenn Frank jumping in there. Far-fetched, good to see you as well. DJ Spy bucket list. We can get you in here. You know, I know some people who know some people, so we could probably make that happen. But so we want to jump in and chat. Stay tuned because we're going to ask you to get involved as well. I want to hear how you rescue a dance floor and what you're going to put in your emergency crate, rescue crate. We actually had one. We did this. I was looking back at former hackathons. I think we did this 3 years ago. Maybe it's been a while where we did a dance floor rescue hackathon. And I actually pulled it up because I wanted to see the list. And I was looking through it and I was like, man, I think 90% of that does not apply anymore. So it's been a while since we did this. So before we really get into things, I want to jump back to Jack here, and Welvin, Matt, if you guys have questions or comments as well, feel free to jump in. But Jack, you were saying you split your rescue crates or your rescue songs into a few different sections. What are those areas?
So, and I know DJs may hate on me for this, but you know what? If you clear the dance floor, it's your job to get it back. So, my 3 categories for a rescue are: number 1, sing-alongs. Anything that can get people together. The majority of the guests or people attending the event know the words and can come back in. Songs like All the Small Things, songs like You're Mr. Brightside, You Don't Stop Believing, they work, right? Secondly,
now when you say sing-alongs, and maybe this is your second one, so sorry if I stepped on this, but when you say sing-alongs, are you including line dances?
Number 2 on my list. I'm glad that you mentioned. You know what? If you need to pull it out the bag, pull out the cha-cha slide, Cupid shuffle. Just bring it, even if you've got to bring back one just to get everyone back together. Sometimes it's not even your fault that the dance floor empties. Sometimes it's a guest request. Sometimes it's a terrible must-play song. But if you have to throw a line dance in to get back on the dance floor, just do it. It's fine. It's 3 minutes of the night, and then you can rip it and go back to your thing. And I have number 3, slow dances. I do a lot of weddings. There is nothing wrong with bringing everyone together for a little slow dance from time to time. Especially at weddings, people have come with a guest, with a +1, with their husband, with their wife, with their boyfriend, with their girlfriend.
Yep.
Giving them a reason to take that special someone by the hand and come and have a dance on the dance floor just resets the floor, resets the atmosphere in the room. And then again, you can go back to ripping it and doing your thing. And then a special 4th is anything with an iconic beat, anything that's like recognizable from the one. The one that came to mind for me would be like Yeah by Usher. You know, the moment. Yeah. And I have no problem with letting a song completely echo out and let the guests almost stand and wonder why the music's gone and wait for them to turn around and look at me at the DJ. Now, this is only like 3 seconds, but it can feel like 25 in that moment.
Right.
And then just drop, peace up, A-Town, boom. Just a hard reset. Let everyone know, hey, you're acknowledging there's, no one out there, not many people out there, hitting them with a banger that everyone knows and just bring everyone back together. So line dance, slow dance, sing-alongs, or anything with that iconic beat that just gets everyone back in and going.
Yeah, I think that's good. And Welvin, you mentioned you had maybe a couple as well, or you kind of fit into the same.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with all of these. I've definitely used either sing-alongs or slow dance definitely at a weddings at some point or another just to bring everything back. Just because you just never know. Sometimes the bride will say, oh, we want to do a group photo of everybody while you've been mixing for 20, 30 minutes. And then you got to figure out a way to bring everything back. Or I've even had one wedding where the bride came up to me and said, hey, do you have that's the karaoke song we wanted to do with one of our best men? Like, I'm not aware of this. So literally I had to kind of drop my set, play an Eminem song, and then that guy karaoke'd for like 2 minutes and a half, and then I had to figure out a way to just really bring everything back, just because it was okay. It was a celebration for him, but at the same time, it kind of did kill the mood at the same time as well. So I obviously did have to bring one of these back. So no, definitely all these groups that you mentioned, Jack. Yeah, I definitely have to use in one way or the other.
And Sir Nick, he had an ice cream truck clear the whole building.
I sure hope you played Ice Cream Paint Job.
That was going to be my comment. Like, if you gotta do it, you gotta do it.
Yeah, buddy. Rolling like
that was shot. Yeah, I'm sure we've all had those stories, but I remember doing a couple of events where there was it was right. And of course I'm located in West Michigan. And I'm going to go over to my other Michigan brother, Matt, here in a little bit. But, I'm in West Michigan, so we have the beach right there. And I would do this event, and they would have it on the beach. And it was like every time after dinner, everyone would go to the beach. And so I'm sitting there playing to an empty dance floor for like, they're going to come back.
Michigan weddings are a little rough for that.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, especially when you're in the summer and the sun sets later, and it's like it's just like, man, if we're close to the beach, I might as well just turn it off and let them go and walk along the beach and come back. But then you have like the 5 people who are like, we want to dance. And it's like, no, go out there with everyone else.
Just play a wicked game as they walk the stand.
And I have a venue out here in North Texas that every time I play there at sunset, they ask me to make an announcement for guests to go outside for a sunset photo because their property is beautiful at sunset. And it's just like,
what do you gotta do?
It's hard to mess around. Yeah. So Matt, what about you? Do you have categories, or are you more watching the crowd and playing to what the ages are out there?
So I would say Jack's pretty spot on. I mean, I just talked to my couple for this weekend, and they actually mentioned they wanted more slow songs than the typical crowd because they just had been to a wedding where they didn't really have a whole lot of them, if at all. And they just think that it's a really good way to kind of just give people a break. If they want to grab a drink or go do whatever, she doesn't have to feel like she's missing the bangers, even though maybe the slow song is a banger. And ironically, I wrapped it up into the conversation that they're roughly closer to my age. And so I said, I know that when we were younger, Casey and JoJo's all my life was like, that's what you got to your crush with, But nowadays, it's kind of more of a sing-along with your friends, and you got everybody arm in arm. And so it's not so much of a like, let me go ask this girl out I'm too chicken to talk to. Now it's like, let me dance with my wife and my friends and my family. So I use that stuff, but I kind of lean, it's not super cheesy, but things like, what is it? Jump into Line, like from Beetlejuice, is a great like refresh. That one works.
Yeah, that would have fit really well last week when we were talking about the songs you don't think of. Like that's one of those that it's just always slips my mind. That's a
Jump in the Line is great. You can also do, what is it? Miami Sound System, Conga. I love doing that. So my stuff ends up being mostly Latin. I don't know why, but I just always thought that stuff was super fun as a kid. So those are the kinds of songs I usually lean on. That or like Grease, You're the One That I Want, or you even have 2 options for this one, which is the Dirty Dancing, A Time of My Life. You can go the Black Eyed Peas version if they're going hype, or you can go the original if we're trying to get them a little bit more settled down.
Great. No, these are all great things, and I see quite a few comments coming in as well. So keep it up. Put comments in if you guys have questions in the comments, either on Twitch or on YouTube. Feel free to ask them, and we can see if we can get those in. I see. Last wedding I was at, Taco Bell was delivered during peak time.
Oh,
people love
that.
Taco
Was a
Bell.
dance floor killer. Yeah, I might have just said, I have to make an announcement. Taco Bell is here. I'll be back. Like it's
one.
That might have.
Taco break.
Yeah. So right. So what we're going to do, and it looks like some of you guys have already jumped in there, but if you haven't already, make sure you head over to crateoftheweek.com. So crateoftheweek.com. I'll drop that up here on the screen as well. Head over to crateoftheweek.com right now, and you are going to get to see tonight's crate, the emergency songs for a dead dance floor. Now, this crate is not complete. The reason it's not complete is because you have not put your songs in there yet. So it's not complete until all of you add your songs, and then you vote up the songs you want at the top, vote down the ones you think just don't belong there. So head over to crateoftheweek.com. Again, crateoftheweek.com. It's right there. You can also go to cratehackathon.com if you want to. I need to put the link. Oh, it's telling me to send the link. I'm doing so many things right now, guys. Give me a sec. No, I got you. Crateoftheweek.com. I spelled it wrong. My bad. Sorry, guys. It's been a long day. Crateoftheweek.com. There we go. There you go, money. I got you. So crateoftheweek.com. Head over there. And if you haven't already, you're going to see and I thought I was sharing my screen, but apparently I won't. So I will get that up here. All the stuff that you find out after you've already started doing stuff, right? So here it is, crateoftheweek.com. If you head over there, you're going to see these songs. They're a little bit out of order. Usually the ones that are voted on up or at the top, but for some reason it's not acting very well with me tonight. But you're going to see we got everything that you say. Let's see, the ones that have DJ pick by them, those are the ones that we pre-populated this with. That was just kind of a let's going to run the algorithm and throw some stuff in there. You might agree with those songs, you might not. That's okay. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. If you like it, give us a thumbs up. At the top, you can add your song, search for a song, go ahead and type in whatever you need to or whatever you want and add some songs to the list. I already see a few that we've mentioned here. What do you think about this list, Jack? Is there any on here that you think need to be higher, maybe need to be lower? Any of them jumping out to you?
There let me think. I mean, they're all thank you. That helps.
Yeah, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good.
Come on, Jack.
Okay, so
Get that prescription checked. We can see this.
I know. When I put my glasses on, then you get the glare from the camera look, and it's just
I know. I know. My bad.
So there's some of these songs that I would definitely play, but that I wouldn't necessarily use them to rescue my dance floor. But I would say, like Daddy Cool, for example, I think is a great song, but I don't think it would necessarily revive. I think, September, Gasolina's great, Mr. Brightside, yeah, by Usher. Hotel Room Service is a great one. I have a DeVille intro that just starts with the chants, the Hotel Motel chants. That one goes hard, and you can drop it at any point. I think Suavemente is always a good one, especially if you have a Latin crowd. As a reset. Again, it's one of those songs that just starts off so iconically that people know it from the one. So I love that one. Crazy in Love is great. Let me see. Backstreet Back is great, but I do feel like you have to have the crowd on your side when you play that. Because if you play Backstreet's Back and it doesn't revive, I feel like you've just made your job a little bit harder, in my opinion.
Now that's a good point. That's a good point. I think especially things like Backstreet's Back, like that is it. I don't think I've ever played that song to a dead dance floor and had to bring people onto the floor. That's one that you drop into from a hot dance floor. So I think you're right on.
And I think that first song that you play to revive your dance floor is like crucial. That's kind of not the time to like build up to a big track. Just drop the big track and get them back. You know what I mean? So that's always my thought process is, for example, if I was going to build up to, let's just say, because I saw it in there, Dancing Queen. Let's say we're going to build up to Dancing Queen.
Oh, that was Welvin's choice. I see his name on there. And good pick, Welvin.
And the dance floor empties. Just drop Dancing Queen on the one and get people back in.
Absolutely.
And then you can always build from there to mix through.
Yep. Now, Matt, you were saying something about how you end up you just gravitate towards Latin just because it's like more fun or whatever. Is that something that you find hitting in your mark? Now you're closer to Detroit area, right? Am I correct?
A little bit north, but
okay.
East side. So
okay.
It's not so much that it's like a Latin crowd. I think it's just something that is in the back of everybody's mind. They just remember seeing all those movies when they were growing up, and it's always just like that was the party. Just like I saw somebody just put "Shout" by the Isley Brothers on here. Like perfect example, because Animal House. I mean, you think of just a rowdy party, and I think that's kind of like why I lean into those movie popular tracks. Ironically, they all that I gave you were just tracks from movies. I was going to say Footloose is also a great one to revive a dance floor with, but again, it's a movie track. So people kind of associate those fun, nostalgic feelings with things that they remember from a kid. So I would think tap into that and know that your age group out's on the floor, and you could probably find something that'll land with them if it's something they would have had a tie to.
Yeah, I think age group is very important there, because that's even with the slow songs. Like I know, Jack, you had mentioned the slow songs. Are you guys getting? And Matt, you mentioned slow songs as well, right? You had a couple that wanted more slow songs. Are you guys getting
Mhm.
more requests for fewer slow songs at weddings and events?
Absolutely.
Quite some time.
Because I feel like the last few weddings I've done, they wanted no slow songs, and it wasn't until like the dad came up and said, "Can you play a slow song?" Right, like that. Those are the only slow songs that got played. Is when the dad or the uncle, and the grandpa, they were coming up and saying like, "Can you play a slow song?" And yeah, I think there was Matt. You actually posted a video, one of your reels, not too long ago that I really appreciated you posting it. Was about it was a older gentleman coming up to the table and giving you some kudos, and then he did what every person does: play this song, they'll love it. Like just they'll dance to it if you play that.
Everyone will dance to it if you play my song.
Most of the time, that might not be true, but you can kind of tell if like what you are trying to pick isn't really favoring the crowd, and someone comes up, I'm all ears because they know them, like actually know them, and so there's been some silent killers out there, I'll call it, for songs that I played that I did not expect to go off.
That's a
And
great.
it obliterated the dance floor. Celine Dion's what's that song?
All coming back to me.
Yes, I played that thinking I was going to just kill the dance floor, and ironically, I dropped it at like the perfect time, and everybody just started getting into it. And oddly enough, the planner ahead of time, she dropped off these fake microphones behind my booth and said, if the time arises, you can bring these out as a prop. And so when I saw everybody just screaming into their glow sticks, I took the microphones and I took them out to the dance floor, and this guy was going ham. I mean, stomping his boots and like doing the whole like everything to everybody. And that's a song that I would never have expected to do well, and it is a silent killer.
Oh,
So maybe that should be on there.
crazy. Always crazy how that works.
Those are
Yeah,
the
go
best
ahead, throw it on
ones.
there. No, there are some that just I'm trying to remember the one it was. They just kept requesting it, and it was one that I would normally not play. I think it was like Piano Man, right? Something like that. And I was just like, I mean, sure, for the right crowd. And it was this one guy that kept requesting it, and he just wasn't dancing. And have you guys all had that where there's always, the one guy who doesn't dance requests a song, and then you play the song and he still doesn't dance?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we've
just
definitely
like,
had many.
one in every crowd.
Just come on,
Yeah.
guys. No, but
Tell me he wouldn't dance, and then
Yeah.
ended up dancing the whole night.
Right. Yeah.
I have one rule.
Oh,
If you request it, you dance to it. And if I don't see you on that dance floor within that first 15 seconds, we're getting out of that request. Especially if it's one I'm unsure about.
Yeah.
yeah.
Shoot, I might could just give it 10, 10 or 5 and get out.
Yeah, for sure. Well, keep it coming over there at crateoftheweek.com. I see all of you in the chat. Sir Nick, I see you said you gave a shout out to Church Clap there. Church Clap is for the right crowd, and I did see it on here. It looks like what is that? Big J DJ service. Drop Church Clap on there. That one, yeah, for the right crowd, that one definitely gets them going. And especially if you know the dance. I mean, usually when I play that one, I'm also dancing the dance to it, which, hurts the next day sometimes, but I could still do it. And it's when people see the DJ dance, I always tell people don't trust a DJ that doesn't dance, right? Like that's the like friends in low places. I think that's also, there's been a couple comments I've noticed where you're saying that it depends. Yeah, sing along. Yeah, perfect sing along. But it also does really depend on the crowd, and I think that's what's important. And so we do have different regions here represented. So Welvin, you're from, where are you at again? Are you out in DC?
The
area?
DC, Maryland, Virginia corridor, or some people like to call it the DMV. I know I probably have some DC, Maryland, Virginia people in the chat room. If you're familiar with that, give it like a 2 or a 3, something of the sort. But yeah, that's my area.
Yes. And what would you say is the one that's really hitting right now? Like, what would be maybe your top, and it doesn't have to, top maybe 2 or 3 songs that get the dance floor back in your area that you think may be different, or is it the same as everything else?
Oh, geez. DC is just a international culture pot. It's
I was
like
going to
get
say it's quite the melting pot.
It is quite the melting pot. And during the summers, I'll be on a party boat, and we get literally like everybody. I'll go from Latin to go-go to salsa to EDM all in one boat ride. It'll be crazy. So I could play Gasolina, and then I could play, EU the Butt, just because it's classic go-go. Or I could play Chuck Brown, and then I could go to Levels by Avicii, and then I could probably go back into like a Katy Perry with like an EDM upbeat. It could all be all of those in like one boat ride. That could be like in 1/2 hour. I actually did a elementary fundraiser last Saturday, and just to get I noticed the dance floor started to go. I mean, there was a lot of Latin people that wanted to go, but I wanted to get everybody in there. But I noticed the one song that I started to see people starting to dance, "What's Hips Don't Lie" by Shakira. That was kind of the one that kind of got everybody in the mood, and then kind of took it from there. Yeah.
No, that definitely.
Shakira. While we're looking at that list, I was just thinking about something, and it's a really important thing to think about when you are picking that one song that can revive your dance floor. And what's really important to think about is what are you going to play next? If this works, what is your next plan? Because, for example, if you're going to play Friends in Low Places, you can't. I mean, you can go from Friends in Low Places to whatever, but if you've got everyone back on the dance floor with Friends in Low Places, and then you go ahead and play Get Low, Little John, they're two very different vibes that you're trying to get out of that crowd, right? Whereas if you're thinking like, oh, they're a hip hop crowd, so I'm going to play Yeah by Usher, then I'm going to go Hot in Here, then I'm going to go Get Low, and then Crazy in Love, because they're all about that same kind of vibe. You've kind of got a game plan. But when you're trying to pick that, that one song to get everyone back on your floor, it is really important to kind of have a half a game plan of, if this works, here's where I'm heading. Or if it doesn't, I now need to pick another floor filler and a revival song of something different. Like if I played Mr. Brightside and that didn't work, I wouldn't play Don't Stop Believing, because I'd be like, sheesh, I wouldn't want to mess that up twice. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
No, I think there was some. I think there was something you said where it's like we are, like, obviously we're building a crate of emergencies, right, that we would pull from. So these are I'm not thinking about the song after this. I just need to get out of the song I'm in now into something else, right?
Right.
But I do think you make a really good point where we shouldn't have anything in this list that we aren't confident that we can get out of easily. Like, and that's when you're building your own, and when you take this crate and you export it and you're putting your own flavor in this playlist, I think that's a very important thing to keep in mind, where you should be comfortable with everything in your emergency crate and know where to go from it. It's just like your peak, right? Like your peak hours you need to be comfortable with. It's like you need to be comfortable with everything in here. Because if you're throwing on Bad Bunny and you do not know where to go from Bad Bunny, you're going to end up Serato facing all over everything, right? Like it's
Yeah, you definitely have to have a game plan of 2 to 3 follow-ups, and like Jack said earlier, I think even building those 3 separate category crates is a good thing, because then you can even diversify it a little bit. There might be a rock crowd, which you could use Black Parade, if they like things like that. And then you have the country crowds, you have the elder crowds, and if you build the crate with options for all ages, then you kind of know where you can hit them.
Yeah, no, for sure. I like this question that just came in, and I want to go around the room here, and you guys can answer this. So, from Mashup Mike asks, "How long do you play a rescue song before you bail out and try again?" Any thoughts?
Is it me first? I was actually
go ahead.
already thinking about bringing this up.
Good.
And my tip was going to be, when it comes to these rescue songs, you want something that you can play out a little bit more. Songs that guests are going to know the second verse, maybe even the third verse, because especially if everyone's just left the dance floor, they're not going to hear like an intro of a song that they know and be like, right, that's it. I'm back. I'm coming right back. They're going to sit there for a minute. They're going to listen. They're going to look around the room and see what everyone else is doing. And then as they're vibing and they hear that it's gonna stick around a little bit longer, then they come out. So I think with a rescue song, especially if it's a rescue song for a crowd that you're still figuring out,
Ooh, yeah.
one that's super safe that you can play, read
Yes.
that dance floor, and then start prepping. Okay, I'm now going to go for these next 3 songs and see how they react. Because then, if you've got a song you can play out a bit longer, you've got more time to sit and assess your room. And ultimately, I'm a big read the room kind of guy. So I think that it's always safer picking out a bailout song that you can play for longer, as opposed to one that's like, all I do is win, where kind of after the chorus and the first verse, everyone's a bit like, all right, cool. You know what I mean?
And I think that goes back to your previous point of knowing where you're going after. And just to like mash up Mike said, if you're giving it one verse and a chorus, you better know where you're going after that song. Like at least with something like September that you can let play out and just kind of like, okay, maybe if I get through the verse into the chorus, maybe that'll start bringing people. Okay, now let's see. Now where do I go? Yeah, you got that thought running with it. So
for sure, boys.
Yeah, I guess I'll go.
yeah, go for it.
As far as like the rescue song, if you're playing it, you can't just bow out of it quick. You know, you're using it to try to gain traction. So if it does not go well, I think it's always good to just have this whole crate in front of you so you can pick something else from that. But again, as long as you have a game plan 2 or 3 steps ahead, it's always going to help out instead of just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping one sticks, you know?
Yeah.
But as far as using it, you got to let that one kind of play out. And then you can kind of mix out accordingly from there. Probably go to the second chorus on the next song, and then the third song, go to second chorus, and you should probably have regained trust by then.
I agree.
Yep. No, I'm definitely in concurrence with what Jack and Matt have said as well. You just got to let the song breathe a little bit because that is your test song, more or less, and then just see kind of where it goes from there. I did want to address, I think DJ Watson had a song, which I think kind of applies to having a game plan as well. He asked about, how about when a guest requests a song when you play it, but it clears the dance floor? Yeah. I think that's the same. You gotta have a plan for that. Just to, if that rescue song doesn't work and you see it's not working with, I don't know, minute 30 seconds, you got to think about another one. Obviously, seeing what your crowd is, you got to have another one kind of up and quick, ready to go. So just kind of have a plan for that.
And especially when you have a persistent guest who's requesting that song, and they're persistent, and you're not sure about it. I think, again, I'm going to go back to what Jack said, to be like, you better have 3 songs lined up. Like
100%.
If you're dropping that, have multiple songs.
I think I've just come up with a 5th one. A 5th rescue category is the guest request that you didn't want to play. Because if the dance floor's empty, why not playing Aunt Lisa's song from the B track of Janet Jackson? Right. If that's what she wants, because she's such a party girl, she can get everyone back out on this dance floor. So I would be tempted to like just throw in a guest request I wasn't sure would work.
Yep. Always be. Yep. That's for sure.
Almost have to
make an announcement
to your friend.
Yeah, eargasm. So you're shaming people. I always make an announcement. This is a request from that guy. Yeah. I get it. Sometimes. I used to just pick on the groom, when I would say this is a special request by the groom, and then I would play Barbie Girl. And without fail, the groom would just totally lean into it and be out on the floor dancing. And I'm just like, wow, took a shot. That was well, yeah, but some of those songs, that the guest request that you did not want to play, that is how I discovered some very like kind of niche K-pop type songs that I was just like, I don't know, and someone's requesting it and I look it up and download it like during the actual event, and then I play it and it just crushes, and you're like, okay.
Right,
Okay.
put that in the sleeper category, right?
Yeah.
Throw that in a crate.
That's it. That's how I discovered K-pop Demon Hunters, actually, because it had not hit yet, and I happened to have an event, and someone came up and they requested, I think it was Golden, and I was like, by who? And they're like, K-pop Demon Hunters, and I'm like, or no, I think they said Hunter X, and I'm like, what is it? Like, what's the art? And it's like, it's loud, and you're just like, what did you say? Like, just the no, it was That's
I have young
catch
kids
you out of nowhere.
K-pop Demon Hunters on repeat in my house.
It was like it hit right, and then of course I get home, and then that's like all I hear about the next day from my daughters, and I'm like, how could you not have said this yesterday? This would have been great information. Where were you yesterday, kids? Come on. All right. If you haven't already, or you're just joining us, make sure you head over to crateoftheweek.com. We are basically building a rescue list right now that is crowdsourced from everyone here. If you like a song and you see it on there, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. There's some on here that might not fit in your region or your vibe, but there's I do have an 11-year-old daughter. Orgasm. How did you know? Let's Get Loud. Like that's something that I don't know if it would work in my market, but I could definitely see it working elsewhere. All About the Benjamins. Yeah, same thing. Levels always seems to work. And that's one of those weird sleeper hits, where you're just like, I did not think people would like a instrumental electronica song.
It's kind of like by Usher. There's so many older people that like it, and you wouldn't expect that.
Exactly. Man, that was one Cyclone. I used to always have grandmas request Cyclone for many years at a wedding. It would always be the grandma requesting Cyclone by T-Pain. It's cool. And I thought I was being punked. And it was always like the grandmas and the older aunts that wanted to hear Cyclone. And I'm just like, man, where did that come from? What in the world? But looks like, so we got Spin Diesel is leading the pack with his recommendation of September by Earth, Wind, and Fire. That is a good one. I think September is definitely it's a good fallback, right? Mm-hmm. Like that brings a lot of people to the floor. It's multi-generational, multicultural even, right? Like it crosses a lot. Obviously, by Usher. Hotel room service. Do you guys have luck with this one?
Yes. I do. Yeah. I use the DeVille Club Killers intro, and it literally just comes in right at the chance. So you can drop it on the one. Just starts off with the Hotel Motel Holiday Inn, and then comes in to the first verse, and it hits hard. So.
Yeah, I think that's one back to your like the beat too, right? That's just one of those earworms that
it pairs up so well with things like September. Yes. And I Like the Way You Move by Outkast. Both of those trail into perfectly. Mm-hmm. Even the Black Eyed Peas, I Got a Feeling, you could do that. And then there's the Scooter edit that should have been a cowboy if they end up being country fans, but.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of good combos.
Yeah. I see Future DJ here. Mr. Future DJ himself says he uses it in maybe the Friday OG as well. Bring that in to loop back to it, but only if it's actually on a Friday. That's true. Yeah, you got to do that. Get Low. That's again another great one. Suavemente we kind of already talked about. Yep. And if you see something on the list, make sure you're going in and giving it a thumbs up. If you want to bump it down, give it a thumbs down. What is Love, which was the subject of Matt's video that I mentioned earlier, which if you guys don't follow Matt yet on socials, make sure you do that. then it's like, I know I'm saying that in front of Jack Christian over here, which if you don't follow him, what's wrong with you? But like, make sure you're following Matt as well. There's his tag there at Matt Savage DJ. And I got Welvin's down there too. Jack doesn't have one because y'all know who he is. But
everybody, I didn't
you
care
were
until I knew
you were supposed to put that on there, Jack.
Oh,
Come
I
on,
was? That's on me?
That's all on you.
It's on you.
I didn't care till everyone got one, and then I didn't. Now it feels personal. No, I've been a massive fan of Matt's for a while.
Yes.
I love his content.
Matt's been putting out some great content. So again, if you're not following Matt, make sure you follow him on Instagram, Facebook as well. I see Matt on Facebook all the time. For some reason, I don't ever see you on Instagram. It's just weird. I don't know. I have weird algorithms. Yeah. But yeah, one of the and that video I keep coming back to, just it stuck with me because it was there you go. You figured it out. That's great. The video would come back to me because there's the older guy comes up to the table and he requests, play the What Is Love, right, by Hadaway, I believe was his request. And there was something at the end of that video that you said where it's like, sometimes it's not about playing what it like. Do you remember what it was? It was like not about playing to the crowd, but it's about making the guests happy or something.
We're always constantly playing a balance of giving the bride and groom what their vision is, and then also keeping whoever's on the dance floor happy. So if the bride and groom isn't out there, they still take priority, right? So if they told you they want to hear house music and stuff like that, find a way to play what they want, but mix in what the people on the floor want too. And it's so tough sometimes. So in that video, he asked for a 38 special song during cocktail hour. Like the dad came up to me and said, "My brother's going to ask you for a song. Will you do it for him?" And I was like, "Well, you're father of the bride, so of course, we'll take care of you." And this guy told me he was going to hire 38 special for his birthday, and it was $250,000. So he compromised and asked if I would play 38 special at the wedding, and so I played "Hold On Loosely" for like a verse and a chorus. Just a little bit to give him just that little bit of a touch, and then we mixed out of it, and then he appreciated it. He came up and said, "Thank you for doing that for me. I know it's not a danceable song, but I really appreciate you doing that." And I think you don't have to play these songs all the way out sometimes for these older people. I mean, they do like it long form, but sometimes if you just give them a little taste of them being heard or seen, it's like a validation that you listened to them. Yeah. And I think everybody just wants to be heard.
Yeah, for sure. No, I love that video. Love your content. I appreciate you like posting those things as well. There's the
make it positive because I just like to post the interactions and the things that people say.
Yep.
Because those are the things that kind of matter. I mean, I can show you how I mix, but Jack probably does it better than me sometimes.
I don't know about all that. I'm playing mostly your edits nowadays.
I'm glad. Yeah. I do like to share when I find hidden gems here and there. So things we forgot about.
Yeah. No, I do think that's really important, and I think it's really easy to just kind of lose sight of the fact that we are, as DJs, we are in customer service, right? Like
people
like
pleasers.
That's still a part of our job. Like we're making sure that people feel heard, that they feel seen, and we're delivering to them like we're serving them, right? Like we're serving everyone. Our heads are on a swivel, but yeah, we're there to serve, and that's really where our hearts are at. So yeah, that's definitely love your content. Loved that clip. Like it's always great when you have that guest who is like, I know that wasn't danceable, but some of the best crowds I've had. I remember doing a college event, and there was a guy that came up and he started requesting a song. He's like, you know what? Never mind. And I was like, well, what is it? I was like, what is it? And he was like, I was going to request this song, but you know what? I know that like me and my friends know it, but the rest of the people won't dance to it. So I'm not going to request that one. But could you request like maybe this one? Could you play this one? And I respected that so much. I'm like, absolutely. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Awareness.
So, yeah. Like that was so like, important. best crowds. When they have that enough of that awareness to be like, you know what, I want to hear it. They're not going to dance to it. So,
No, I like that. And then also, I mean, every now and again, well, not every now and again, most of the time, hopefully, if you can get the crowd on your side as early as possible, some of those tracks that may clear your dance floor have less of a chance of doing so if you've already got that crowd on your side. If they know your mixing style or know that, he might go somewhere with this or something fun might come out of this, then if you can win your crowd over, I believe you're less likely to lose them. And then on the flip side, when you do lose them and you're trying to get them back, that's kind of not the time to do too much, in my opinion, because there's nothing worse than seeing a DJ kind of trying too hard or going too hard and it's still not working. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think you said something there where it's like you win over the crowd early on, and we already won the bride and groom. They hired us. We're there, right? They already trust us for the event, right? Like we have them won over. Now we just have to deliver. But yeah, winning over the rest of the crowd, that's 100%. Like, that was, I remember doing a wedding and it was, I loved that they were just, they were emo kids. And so I was like, here we go. I can this is my vibe. I got this. Right. And so I had a few like ready to come and I played just a couple and man, they just kept coming and requesting them. And I was like, guys, we only have 2 hours. Like, I'm like, I would happily do 3.5 hours of emo set, but I got to mix out of this at some point. But yeah, I think it was when the entire floor within, you get those floors that it's within the first hour, like everyone's voice is gone because they've been screaming so loud. Man, that was I think it was a couple years ago. I remember doing that wedding, and that's when I learned that Creed's Higher is back.
Yeah. That's
back. Nick came back hard, man. They loved that one. Well, we're gonna we just got a few minutes left, so before we take off, I want to make sure that we look at crateoftheweek.com again. If you have not, make sure that you come in here and click the save playlist at the top, and you can export that to your Spotify. And if there's actually some new options in there as well, I believe you can also export it directly into the Great Hackers app, or I think Tidal as well was another option that's been added. So you if you've already exported to Spotify in the past, you might not see those options, but if you haven't, you should see those options pop up when you click Save Playlist. Now, it says Crate of the Week, which means it's only available for a week. So you have a week to export this crate, maybe even less than a week. I would say export it tonight if you want to save these. Like it's crowd funded. So make sure that you you come in, or crowd populated, right? So make sure that you save this playlist, and then you can use our favorite app, which is Crate Hackers, if you haven't figured that out yet. So you can export this to Spotify, import it into the Crate Hackers app, and then you can remove or re-add. I do see that there's a couple questions about why is it out of order. No idea. That's a weird bug that we're dealing with that we literally popped up right before we started tonight. I'm not sure if it'll affect the export. But that's why I would say export it now while you can still look. And so if you got to rearrange anything, then now's the time to do that, because it might affect that export a bit. But yeah, tried to fix it, but it was about 10 minutes before we went live, and I didn't want you guys to miss us. So we tried to get in. Wanted to make sure we got in here as soon as possible. Now I don't think I saw any other questions in here. Oh, there was a comment from Sick Miller I wanted to throw up here, because this is one that has definitely caught me off guard in the past. Like he said, the last couple of weddings, he has people requesting Disney movie songs. I've done a few events and especially weddings, right, where people request like show tunes or something, and you're just like,
yep.
And that's when you, almost every time that's happened, I think I've gone up to the bride and groom after and said, why did you not tell me you were theater kids?
It changes everything.
Yeah. Changes. I did not know that you had people who who want to sing along to the like that's a completely that changes exactly what our rescue songs are, right? And that was
100%.
one of the that definitely caught me off guard a few times where I was like, you want what now?
Yeah.
And I start playing it. Someone comes up, asks me for a microphone. Now they want me to play Les Mis, and I'm just like, okay.
That'd be a little on the deep end.
The Disney thing has absolutely been big. Like just last November, I did the Aristocats. Everybody wants to be a cat while they threw their pushins for their bouquet and garter toss.
Oh,
Like
wow.
the amount of I guess particularity that some people have picking some of these songs is incredible.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
don't sleep on the Disney hits, especially
with
like All That. Remember All That?
No,
That's
yeah.
a TLC song.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
it's
The
the
theme song.
nostalgia. Like I feel like music has become a lot more accessible. I think it was a lot harder back in the day to get the Disney soundtracks. I think they released like a compilation CD with maybe The Lion King, Toy Story, and Tarzan, maybe all in one with Aladdin and what have you. But I think there's a couple of things. I think with Disney doing the real life remakes of old hits as revamped the music that went to them. But I also think that DJs have played a part in being really creative and mashing up these songs in social media content. I know Wired Up does a lot of that kind of stuff. And if you can take like a Disney song that you used to love when you were in your teens, and then now you're on your wedding day and you can hear it with like a hip hop beat or an EDM drop, it just kind of hits that nostalgia feel. And then also, I think, and I have young kids, but Disney have done a pretty good job of making some really good soundtracks for more modern day movies. So like the Moana soundtrack goes hard, the Encanto,
Yeah, I mean, even Frozen.
Frozen,
Coco? Coco's good.
K-pop Demon Hunters. So, and all these people are around kids or at home and they have it on in the background. And whether you want to love it or not, it's catchy as hell. You kind of can't ignore it. And I'm actually kind of all for it. One of my biggest videos, I think I mixed Tipsy with the Hey Arthur theme song, and everyone loved it. And it just kind of brought back that nostalgic feel of like, oh, we all used to watch that. So instead of it being like a love for music or a love for that particular song, it's now a love for a TV show or a movie that they used to share and watch as a family 20 years ago. And that nostalgia just all comes back together. So I'm kind of all for it. I've played some silly stuff here and there in Vegas and Nashville. I think I played Let It Go in the middle of Broadway on Memorial Day weekend, and it hit because half the people in there were aunties or mums. So it went hard. So I'm for it.
Couldn't get it out of their head.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, and just to translate for those of you watching from America, he means they're aunts or moms.
Oh yeah. You got it.
Yeah, just in case.
Not auntie or mummy.
Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you. We are out of time for tonight, but thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you guys for jumping on and Welvin, Matt, last minute popping on. Like it was awesome having you. And again, createoftheweek.com. Make sure you save that playlist. And what do you say we come back next week maybe and do this again? Does that sound like we'll be back again for another hackathon? I'll see you guys in the chat.
Sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yes. And,
I will be in Vegas.
Oh, that's right. That is next week.
But-
Yes, we might not be having one next week unless it's just me talking to no one since I don't get to go to Vegas. But
I'll join you, Jim. I'll join you.
Okay, all right. We'll have
can
to
you
see what that looks
delay
like.
for 15 seconds?
Do what? What am I delaying for?
Just delay and ending the stream. I just got to get one thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he has to get something, so he's gonna
Feel like we should have a drum roll or something.
something. Yeah, we'll just won't be. Oh, Watson won't be in Vegas.
It's
Yeah.
giving away controller. No, it's joking.
Yeah, I know.
Yep, that's true. In Vegas, the Banger Button 2.0 will be introduced. I have been playing with it. It's man, your mind's about to be blown.
Your boy's back.
Oh, he's back.
Oh.
To remember your very first time on Crate Hackers to make your 2026 New Year's resolution goal. I told you I still got
Oh.
it. I told you I still got it.
Absolutely.
Now I wear like a child-sized head, so like it goes all the way down. But I told you I still got it.
Hey, it's a new era hat, so legit snapback,
Heck yeah.
not just
there you go.
a Chinese knockoff. Real
Awesome.
American made.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me.
Yeah,
I had a
thank
blast as always. Thank you to all of you guys in the chat for joining in. Hopefully it's been good.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, looks like, I see Dom in the chat. You going to raid? Go ahead, Dom. Go ahead and start the raid if you got it. Dom's good about finding people.